In March of 2015, an impish brewer from Auckland decided to try and find his long-lost 58th cousin removed. They then decided to make a beer together in honor of a common ancestor they both shared by the name of Sarah. This video tells that story, and is also a celluloid documentation of the birth of the House of Nicholas. Long live the House of Nicholas, and its first member, Sarah. Storms are brewing.
Heading to Nelson today, and we're going to go visit, I guess, what are we going to call my cousin, nearly cousin, Simon Nicholas from Hop Federation, and we're going to brew a special beer together called Sarah, named after our, I guess, common ancestor back in the 1700s. Sarah, Sarah, storms are brewing in your eyes. So yeah, we've just arrived in Nelson, and we're going to jump in the rental car and shoot out to New Zealand hops. Going to have a look at a few hops that have been harvested, then rock on out to see Simon Nicholas in Riwaka. Then we're going to go and see Hop Farm, the Fry's farm. That farm actually was the place where my parents met way back in the day, which I think was 1966. And yeah, from there we're going to pick some hops which we're going to use to do a special brew. Expecting great things. Here we are at New Zealand Hops, just outside of Nelson, a place called Appleby. We're here to have a look at some Riwaka hops from a couple of different farms, give it a bit of a rub and a smell just to see how they're going this year. Just be here for a short amount of time, say hi to Doug and Warren, and then we're going to head down the road and catch up with Simon.
After smelling how fantastic the new hops were, ideas started racing through Luke's head about how great this collaborative brew could be. It was time to meet with Simon and begin the creative process, so they left NZ Hops and headed for the Hop Federation Brewery in Riwaka.
Really cool, really exciting, good to find out what we can do there, and hopefully be able to get some of those hops we're brewing with in a month or so.
Time was of the essence, so there was no mucking around. The brewers hopped into Simon's craft beer mobile and headed to the hop fields to inspect the fresh hops.
I'm looking at this amazing hop truck. It's capturing the waste from the picking machine. If you just scale that vine, bro. Hey, well, that's your vine, you spotted it. Get amongst it. So we're now going to start picking our hops for the brew. This is going to take a wee while. So if we just put them in our pockets. Yeah, I think that's what we should do. So we should be. We're not going to tell the grower. My pockets are going to be so oily, but we're going to have plenty of hops.
So after picking enough hops to send the planet out of orbit, the brewers decide it's time to stop for a bite to eat and a beer over which they can discuss their upcoming collaborative brew. And where better to do that than New Zealand's oldest pub, the Moutere Inn.
So should we get a pint and a bite to eat and maybe write this recipe up?
Yes, sweet, let's do it.
Alright, cool.
Major tension starts brewing between Simon and Luke as they disagree over ingredients to go in their collaborative brew.
Crystal and light crystal, or just
No, crystal. Just light crystal, sorry.
so what kind of light crystal from? Is it Dead's or?
That's it.
After a few pints and a bit of banter, the recipe is pretty much sorted and it's time to head off.
Yeah, should we go back to the brewery and mill some grain, eh? I think that'd be an excellent thing to do.
Sweet, man.
Let's
do
go.
it.
So basically we're looking at a blend of some New Zealand and English ingredients. So we're trying to the past to the present. Yep. So we've got English Pale Ale malt. Going to use some like New Zealand Munich malt, and we're going to use English and New Zealand hops. Nice and uniform. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
From the Sarah land.
From the Sarah land. So this is Gladfield malt.
No.
That's good.
Really biscuity.
Yeah.
Throw a whole bag in. Got some good looking malt for this brew.
Pretty happy with that, eh?
Yeah.
Have a bit of English and a bit of New Zealand there. We're done. We've got a recipe.
We need to smell some hops.
I think it's time, and then we'll crush some grain, eh? Let's go outside and try these.
These are going to be great. Really earthy and sort of like herbal and tea-like with a bit of spice. But it's ginger with like nearly a marmalade-y note.
Yeah.
Marmalade.
Sweet ginger marmalade.
Woo!
Just give these a go.
Oh, hello, little hop. What have you been doing today?
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
Time to mill some grain.
My heart was branded while my senses stood by. I'll never find another girl like you. For happy endings it takes two. With fire and ice, a tree.
Just finished milling. Everything's good to go for tomorrow. We've looked at the hops, we've tasted the malt, we've milled the malt. The malt has now been put away next to the mash tun. So all we got to do now is tidy up, get the part bags into the storage, and we might be going to have a beer. We're going to sit down and reflect on the day and get ready for tomorrow. Big day, brewing, Sarah Nicholas IPA.
With the milling of the grain done, the brewers sit down for a beer and to talk about their conjoined histories and the reasons for making a beer together.
I guess we're here from when I met your dad a long time ago. I know he made the discovery, or someone in your family made the discovery on your side, and said that you had your family tree kind of stopped at a Sarah Nicholas, which sort of I went, wow, because my family tree stops at Sarah Nicholas. And then sort of putting a few pieces together and realizing that my mum and dad met on a tobacco farm in Riwaka, and then realizing that that tobacco farm's like a few hundred meters across the back fence here.
Just around the corner, eh?
And my dad used to live in Mott, and that was what, back in 1966 that they met. So we're sitting in a spot only hundreds of meters from where my parents met, and we're related.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
We could say the word freaky. So the Fry's farm, where my parents met, we went there today and picked the fresh hops that we're going to use in the brew tomorrow. Yeah. And beer's going to be called Sarah. And I think that that connection back to, I guess, the past and sort of like connecting to the present, that England, that New Zealand. And I think the style that we've picked, being an IPA, is quite appropriate, because sort of that late 1700s from Sarah's era is when IPA started. Weaving the past and the present together, telling a bit of a story, and hopefully making a really great beer.
So the first beer from the House of Nicholas.
The House of Nicholas.
A couple more beers, and then tomorrow is brew day.
No clumps. Clumps bad.
So we've mashed in.
Okay, this is steam. Boom. Boom. Oh yes, it's looking very good in there. We're going to pump the liquid from the kettle back into here after we've pre-filled this with all the hops. So I'm guessing it'll be pretty full. The fresh hops will be the unknown X factor of the beer, but I think sort of the amount we're using and the variety is going to make it extremely aromatic and a lot of hop flavour. So I think it'll be a fun beer. Nice, very nice. Okay, so we got the mash tun. It's been used to do the mash this morning. But what we're going to do now that we've run everything into the kettle's getting ready to come up to boil, we're going to be removing the grain from the mash tun, and then we're going to fill the mash tun up with all the fresh hops, and then we're going to be pumping the wort from the kettle, once it's finished boiling, onto the fresh hops, and we're going to steep it and suck out all the wonderful hoppy goodness. Check it out! That is one big bag of green hops. These guys are going to like all swell up, and this is already half full. It's exciting. I'm scared. Too many hops. We've got so many hops in here that the beer can't even get in. So we just about got all the beer transferred across here into the mash tun with all the fresh hops. Once that's done, we're going to transfer it straight away through the heat exchange, cool it down into the fermenter. I just want to get it across as fast as we can to just capture all the goodness, keep it in the beer, not let it disappear into our noses. Nearly there, nearly there. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked, eh? This has gone quite well. It's gone. Dry as a bone. Sucked all the goodness out. It's like we sucked the goodness right out of it. Goodness is gone. And that's a wrap. So that was pretty good. Good fun morning.
Yeah, it was good fun.
Luckily those hops didn't spew over the top, which I thought they might.
I thought it was going away, but no, it was all self-contained in that mash tun, and that aroma, man, that was perfect.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then able to drain just about every drop out of those hops at the end.
Yeah.
So we've maximised the volume.
Yeah, that was good.
So there'll be plenty for everyone to have a taste that is able to get in front of it.
Yeah, here's hoping, eh?
Yeah, and I guess that's opens the door for the House of Nicholas.
First one, that went down quite nicely, so let's see what happens.
See what opens up in the future.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers.